Welcome to my weblog. Here in part 3 of the Garage Art Studio conversion, we have finished the new roofing and the installation of the skylight. Jonah Decker was our roofer and he did a very thorough job. With regard to the skylight, you only get one chance at a proper installation, and Jonah was very meticulous. Our other recent progress has been the preparation and pouring the new insulated concrete floor. We set a pressure-treated 2x4 as a perimeter form to contain the concrete. We placed 2 inches of 3/4 inch gravel as a sub-base and capillary break. On top of the gravel, we laid out 6 mil plastic sheeting as a vapor barrier. 2 inches of foam insulation board sits on the plastic vapor barrier. This is the surface that we will pour the new concrete onto. Our reinforcing steel is 3/8 rebar laid out on a 24-inch grid. We will use plastic rebar chairs to hold the rebar grid uniformly in the center of the 4-inch slab as we pour. Concrete Materials of Montana will be our concrete supplier. They are delivering our material in a really innovative way. They will be using a mobile volumetric concrete mixer. The volumetric concrete mixer is a combination of materials transporter and mobile concrete mixing plant mounted on a transport vehicle. The mixer carries the component materials of gravel, sand, cement, and water, all used to produce fresh concrete. These materials are mixed to produce concrete on a continuous or intermittent basis on site where the mix is to be poured. After placement, we use a bull float to force the aggregate down and raise the gravel-free cream to the surface. After an hour or two, we will start a series of hand trowelings, resulting in a smooth finish. As it is late in the year and nighttime temperatures are freezing, we will cover the finished surface with an insulating blanket. Keeping this blanket in place for 48 hours also keeps moisture in the slab as it initially cures. Once the concrete had cured a few days, we framed in the new south wall. We also cut in and framed our new window and door openings in the existing walls. In part 2, I explained the process to partially straighten and plumb walls and roof, but the rest of this fix will happen with some creative framing on the inside wall and ceiling surfaces. With regard to the ceiling, in order to get the insulation value we are looking for in the existing 2x4 rafters, we need to add 2 inches to the rafter depth. We have done that with 2-inch furring strips screwed to the bottom of the existing rafters. The real trick was to fine-tune the straightening of wall plates and interior wall surfaces. The technique was to run string lines and cut individual tapered furring strips for the interior side of each wall stud. I've illustrated an exaggerated wall section that illustrates the general concept of the fix. This process was fairly labor-intensive, but the result is a plumb, level, and square interior that will sheetrock nicely, and you will never know just what a mess it originally was. Another design change in the works is to go over all of this old siding with new siding. At this point, we have now applied for and are waiting on design change approval for all new siding. Our next video will finish up on electrical, insulation, drywall, and finish details. Thanks for watching. For more information on my construction background, you can go to my website at peterqbrown.com.